Hi everyone, welcome to Hedgehog Hollow, bit of a different location, but I wanted to hop on and show you the new iPhone X. I've been posting on Instagram about it all morning, about Maddie and I queuing up, and Tilly was there and getting the iPhone and everything, and lots of you said will I be doing an unboxing video. So yes, absolutely, we have just walked in the door. I've even borrowed Maddie's phone to do it because my phone was traded in against my new one. So let's take a look. I'm going to flip the camera over. And they were the instructions for Tilly's new stroller. So I'm going to try and hold this down a little bit. So this is the box here. I'm just trying to stop it from tipping over. We're just using the mini tripod. So this is the box. I ended up going with the 256 gig, and I think it's the silver, but let's just double check. It might even be the space gray. They will be getting them in every day. It was really well organized, I have to say. No massive queue or anything. Just took me about 20 minutes to get to the front. So designed by Apple in California. I always love their packaging. If you followed me on my Instagram stories last week when I got my new iPad, you'll have seen that as well. So in here we have our hello and Face ID, which looks really cool. We have swipe up to go home. There's no home button anymore. And we still have our ring, silent switch, volume buttons, tap to wake, and 3D touch. So it has the force touch, like my watch and things as well. We have the side button, press and hold to turn on iPhone or activate Siri, press once to sleep or wake, press twice to activate Apple Pay. That sounds pretty cool. There is a tips app as always, power off, press and hold the side button and either volume button to turn off iPhone or make an emergency call. Wireless charging, which will be enabled, I believe, in January. Wireless charging is available, and the lightning connector to connect it up. So here is my sparkly new phone here, so you can see the reflection of me and Maddie's case in it as well. So it's the silver, as I say, it's the 256 gig. You also get a set of the customary Apple earbuds in here as well. Plus, you've got your cable in there, you've got your converter from lightning to headphone port. So since the 7, there is no headphone port, you just need that adapter if you want to plug in regular headphones. Or the Apple ones already, of course, have the lightning adapter on there too. Plus, we have charging cable and charging plug as normal, and I actually bought myself a charging station, which I will link up in the description below because it's on Amazon for the best price, and this charges my iPhone X and my watch in one as well. So that looked really cool to go next to the bed, because I always find my watch starts to fall over and falls on the floor and things. So best bet is always taking this off. I have bought a case for it, which I'll add on afterwards. And so I assume we press this side button for it to power on. Here we go. Of course, it's thinking about it. It's all activated with my SIM and everything inside. It does feel a little bit bigger than my old iPhone. I had the 6S, so it's swipe up to open, and English, US, quick start. You have an iPad running, bring it nearby to sign in automatically or set out manually. So let's try setting it up. So our Wi-Fi network is fun. It's called Drop It Like It's Hotspot. And I'm just going to type in my password. Like so. Greg has the iPhone 7 and he really likes it, but we usually alternate. So I had the 6S, he had the 7, and I had the option of the 8 or the X. And hang on. Trying it again, press the wrong network, which is, there we go. So it's joining again. And I always love the Apple setup process as to how easy it is, how I can just sign in and it restores from the cloud, it restores my previous backups and things. And so I backed up in store before I left my, that's definitely not the incorrect password. Before I left the Apple store, they let me back it up. This is not the Plus. This is just a regular. So it's somewhere in between, there we go, next. Yep, we are quite fair in our house. However, I did just get the new iPad as well. As I say, if you saw us, we're starting to design our own stamps and things, so we're really having fun with being able to do that as well. So it feels in my hand like the same width as my old one, but it's longer, I believe. And of course you've got no border like you used to have, and no home button. So I'm going to set up Face ID. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you about the wireless charging, but apparently it's not being turned on in the OS until January. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm having to look at it, and I had to turn my face so it went all the way around. So now it'll stay the same again. So you reposition your face within the frame, and then a little circle comes up, and then you kind of rotate your head. Let me see if I can. So you can see I'm rotating my face, and now my Face ID is set up. So create a passcode. Like so, and restore from an iCloud backup. So lots of you know my email address anyway, because I use it for everything. I use it for Hedgehog Hollow, so if you need to get in touch with me, you can use that one too. Yeah, facial recognition is impressive. It used to, of course, have the Touch ID. If you had things before, then let's do that. If you had Touch ID before, then this apparently facial recognition is even better. Of course, you need another device. I've got my MacBook here so I can get my code. And 165. Love that with Apple. So there we go. So updating, I'll agree to the terms and conditions. Apparently it's an internal SIM, so I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to swap my SIM card or anything out. So we're now just waiting for it to set up. So I did a previous backup, as I was saying, as before I left the Apple Store. So this will now download all my apps, all my text messages, all my photos, all my data. Everything will be exactly the same as my previous one, which I think is pretty cool. So you can see here. Choose backup. Today at 12:46. Continue. So this will bring in everything. It'll bring in all my Apple Wallet and
Should I go and get it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So I'll be able to complete my verification later. So Siri, if you, hey Siri, hey Siri, hey Siri, hey Siri, how's the weather today? Hey Siri, it's me. So if you didn't already have Hey Siri, I'm sorry if I just set your Siri off. You'll have noticed that by doing that, if you say then Hey Siri, when you say Hey Siri and your phone is on, then Siri will come up and you can just ask them a question directly. So this is the new True Tone display. I've had this on my iPad and I really noticed the difference between my iPad and my iPhone when I had the 6S. So looks like the little thing is just going over here round and round. So it's super easy to set up, just follow it through. They are getting deliveries of the iPhone X in every day. As I say, I just walked into the mall, they happened to have one. I didn't pre-order or anything, so if you are looking for it, it doesn't seem to be a really long wait particularly. So time remaining, restoring from iCloud. So this might take a little while. It's going to download all my apps and things. And I'm going to whistle that around. So So that is now going to restore from my backup. All my ringtones will be there, contacts, text messages, all those things will be there. And if you've got any questions, do leave them in a comment below the video. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed seeing the new iPhone X. And of course, subscribe to our channel for more unboxings and home ideas, lifestyle, all sorts of fun things we have coming up. I also have my iPhone X pink case, which I'll be putting on when it's all set up and ready. So thanks for joining us today. We'll see you again soon. Bye!